Hello, sir. Could you please tell us your name and occupation?
Yes, my name is Dean Hudson. I am an adjunct professor at Prince George's Community College, as well as I work closely with USCIS, formerly known as Immigration and Naturalization. Um, I teach American citizenship class to immigrants who would like to become U.S. citizen, as well as English. And I am also a psychology teacher.
Okay.
So we wanted to ask you your views on immigration and, get your idea and
Opinion.
opinion.
Well, my views on immigration is this country was built on immigrants, and I'm not sure if you guys have ever read or actually read in your history class about what's written on the Statue of Liberty about give me your poor, your masses, and I do believe that this country will thrive with immigrants. It's the only way this country will keep being a good country as it is having immigrants in it.
Okay. Why do you believe there's so much negativity towards immigrants?
I think there's a lot of negativity, of course, towards immigrants because there's not much education of what immigrants do. A lot of immigrants that immigrated to this country, especially does the dirty work for us, really. Those are the guys who are out there cutting the grass. Those are the guys and ladies who are cleaning, taking care of kids. If you, again, go back to your history classes, and during the slavery time, the African Americans were the ones who basically raised the kids of the slave owners, but yet they were not good enough to be human beings. So it's almost to the same point that we are actually having immigrants coming and immigrating to this country, and they're doing the same type of work.
Yeah.
Maybe not picking cotton, but if they're doing their dirty works, they're out of the farm. They're picking orange, they're tomatoes, they're the apples. They're coming here. They're taking care of our kids. They're cutting the grass. They're doing basically the dirty works, the works that us as Americans has come to the point of saying, yeah, we don't want to do that. That's beneath us after a certain point. So the negativity is that some group of people feels that they're too many. Some of them feel that, I think within the African American community, they have felt that the immigrants are coming and taking away stuff from them. On the other hand, the people who are our political leaders, Congress for instance, they are waging war, I can think, just because for votes more than anything else. It has to do anything with it being negative. It's just that they want votes, and this is the way. I don't think a lot of them believe in a lot that they say on television. But I think that we, as a country and as a nation, as a republic, or what we want to call ourselves, have to wake up and smell the coffee here, because without these people, without these immigrants, our country is going to be dead.
Okay. So, what do you think about the DREAM Act?
The DREAM Act, haha, wow. That is it's an interesting, although I believe in immigration reform, and I do believe that we should have some sort of immigration reform, I also believe that we should have some kind of what do you say, border patrol for immigrants and stuff like that. There's certain stipulation that comes with the DREAM Act that I don't believe in, and there's some of it that I do believe in. One of the stipulation is that of serving the military. Since we do have a military that is basically volunteer, I don't think you're giving them, the immigrants, the option to just volunteer. You're basically telling them that this is part of this act, so you need to do this. Yeah. It's a good way, because the reason that immigrants, the DREAM Act is being put in place is because the children who are here in this country are illegal aliens, or that are called illegal aliens, did not have the choice to be here. You know, you're a child. Your parents decide if you're going to be here or not. You can't decide that. You cannot make those decisions.
Yeah.
So your parents did. And so it's good in that part to give them some kind of a roadmap towards becoming a U.S. citizen, to be part of this country to defend and protect the constitutional laws of this country. I do believe that the DREAM Act in itself is it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to work. Some of the rules that is in place is going to be that the student who applied for it has to be a certain age, has to have a certain GPA, and had to have been here before they were 16, and had to continue to go to college and maybe join the military or some kind of service to that. And of course, the biggest one, not broken the law.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see, even within those parameters, how many students would actually obtain that goal of getting that particular amnesty. However, at the same time, that amnesty does not really guarantee the student or the person to get a green card eventually. It really does not guarantee. It just says it puts you on the road to, but it does not guarantee. So it's going to be interesting, because even with that, as a child, once a child becomes 21 years old, according to immigration law, a child that is a U.S. citizen can sponsor his or her parents. But with the DREAM Act, the way it's set up, a child will not be able to sponsor his or her parents. So it's going to be interesting how to see how that goes.
And also, why do you believe people leave their country to immigrate to a different country other than their own?
Work. Poverty. During World War II, I think a lot of people came here just to get away from the Nazis and stuff like that. During the early 70s in immigration, people that immigrated from South America and Latin America just immigrated here because they could, and because they were wealthy enough to do it, and they had money, and they were doctors, they were lawyers, they could do that. Now the immigrants that are coming, the influx of immigrants that we're receiving in this country in the past, I would say 15, 20 years, has been peasants, or what is considered to be peasants, considered to be farmer workers, and a lot of them are going through the recession happened in their country way before it happened here. So they're trying to get away so they can make a better life for themselves, their children, their wives, to help their family back home. A lot of their money that they make, it really does not go back into our economy. It goes away to their home countries, to their families, to support their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sister, their children. It doesn't, So the reason they're here is because progress, and we all seek progress. This country is a lot of opportunities, and they are also interested in finding out what opportunities they have.
Okay. So do you believe immigration is a crime?
No, I don't believe it's a crime. However, we do have laws in this country. The Constitution was written over 300 years ago, and we need to abide by the Constitution. It's one of the most beautiful written documents in the world. However, that Constitution in itself can destroy this country because we have left the interpretation of the Constitution up to the lawyers. I have nothing against lawyers, by the way. But I do believe that because of that, the Constitution is very clear about people entering this country and about violating the laws. And coming illegally and crossing the border illegally is violating the laws. Granted, lots of them get to become legal, and I applaud them in that sense, but they are violating the law. With that being said, do I believe it's a crime? We need to have a different rules for immigrations, and we don't have them. And for the past 20 years, I don't think we have had the best of rules for immigrants entering this country. So I'm not sure if I want to call it a crime. I can't. My parents were immigrant. My grandparents were immigrants, so I don't know if I can actually call that crime doing this stuff.
Okay. Well, we would like to thank you for letting us interview you and giving us your opinion on these questions. And we thank you very much.
Thank you so very much.